Here's a good thing though. Still speaking of money, and it's something I did want to talk about. Have you been paying any attention to Everslot, the new PCVR roguelike that just launched?
A little bit.
So everyone in the chat, if you haven't heard, Everslot just launched, I believe, yesterday. I think so, or the day before, very recently. It's basically a roguelike hack and slash dungeon looter in VR. It's kind of plays like Doom VFR should have played, like very fast paced, very hack and slash roguelike in randomly generated rooms and loot. And right now it's on sale, even though it just launched. It's on early access sale for $16.99. For those who are curious about the game, it's good. It's for an early access for how early it is and how it just launched, and it's a very small team. I think it's almost a solo dev. Everslot is very good. I thought it was great. It's Doom VFR done right at the start, and it's only early access, so it should only get better. One of the thoughts I had though after playing it is one of the biggest things that reason I didn't pick it up as soon as it came out, and I only picked it up because I saw a couple people who I trust on Twitter who play games to play them. They're not content creators. They play games to have fun and just play them. They said really good stuff about it, and I saw some gameplay loops from them that looked interesting. Alex, you want to take a guess why I didn't jump on that opportunity? It's probably not your first thought.
No, I want you to hit me with it.
It's price. Like, I wasn't fully sold on the game, and the game was pretty cheap. It's $16.99. That price actually kind of detracted me from it, which I thought was weird because
you wish it was a $30 title.
I do. I think I think it should be $30. And this is the topic: is like I look at this game already on sale, and perception of value is a lot of things. If I look at this game, it is a PCVR it is a PCVR only Steam release. Not going to get a lot of eyeballs right away. It's just not, right? It's going to be buried on the Steam page instantly. It's not going to be anywhere visible. And it's $16.99. It's not urging me that it's going to be anything more than a middling VR title, right? So I bought it. It's not a middling VR title. For early access PCVR, it's pretty damn good. Graphics are great. It's a game that feels like it's made for VR. Like, this isn't a game that I would have played on 2D screen. It was made for VR and it plays very well, but the price heavily put me off. My thought, but I'd like to hear yours, is would games, specifically PCVR games, do better to raise their price in early access, reinvest all that back into the game while building a very solid early access community? This seems like a great opportunity for that type of game, but I'm wondering your thoughts on price, specifically on PCVR early access titles.
It's a great conversation topic. I feel you. Right away when you mentioned, oh, it just launched and at a discount, that does say something a little bit, doesn't it? It almost like speaks a little bit to like their confidence in the game's ability to sell or something like that. And if they're worried about people being willing to spend, the $20 instead of the $16.99 or whatever it is, that could very well kind of be a clue towards, the confidence levels that they have of the product that they're putting out.
I feel bad too, because I don't think, in my opinion, just seeing that guy on Twitter, I think he has all the confidence in the world on his game. I think the world beat him down on PCVR, and I think his confidence went down greatly from there, because kind of looking at his responses and what he says, like, the dude seems like a baller. Like, he seems like a great guy, good confidence. But man, like lately, especially launching right now with conversations going on, I feel like he's getting beaten down with PCVR, anti-PCVR thoughts, and I'm wondering if that played into his decision on pricing it all.
Probably. He probably had everybody that he knew telling him that he needs to be developing for the Quest while he is still like foot on the pedal pushing forward on a high fidelity PC VR title that at this point he's convinced nobody wants to play because it's not on the Oculus Quest. So yeah, I see what you're saying. And I'll be honest, I think that there is something to be said about the price coming in a little bit low. Like, what if he positioned this as a truly like legit PC VR experience? Hey, PC VR fans, you tired of all this Quest crossplay bullshit? Here's a PC VR game for you. High fidelity graphics, everything that VFR should have been. Like, it could have just been a marketing fail. Personally, I'm happy to hear that you like the game, because I watched a couple of live streams and saw some mixed reviews. In fact, one of the streamers I was watching said he's going to return it. He was like, "What is this? I'm not feeling it. Don't think so. I'm returning this." And I was like, "Ooh, shit."
Here's the thing, though. how easy is it to return a game real quickly that you spend no money on, it didn't have a lot of expectations? A game that is premium price, that's early access, are you more willing to stay for the development of the early access? Because it's early access on PCVR. You know what you're getting into. It's not gonna. I mean, look at Blade and Sorcery when it launched. It ain't what it is today.
I don't think
right?
you are.
So,
I don't think you are.
No.
Especially if it's more expensive, because if it's more expensive, you have more to lose, and it's like if I'm even considering refunding a $30 game and it's not up to the expectations that I have of what I would consider the upper echelon of VR titles, then I'm absolutely going to refund that, get my entire $30 back, and then wait, couple of months or however long it takes the team to put in the smooth turning and the auto, the manual reloads or whatever it is that they should have had in the game that they decided to release without.
I think it's fair. It's like there's no right answer. Like
No,
in my
there's not.
head though, I'm just like, man, I don't know how many copies are going to sell at $16.99. I don't know who's looking for this game. I don't know what PCVR developer is expecting on a launch on Steam. I have no clue. But I'm wondering, is it better to sell, was he ever going to sell more than a handful of units at the launch? Would it have been better to price it higher, take more revenue in right away, and invest all that he can back into it, while maintaining, whoever buys it, maintain that community, maintain them, make them happy, give them options, have a Discord, make the ones you have happy who bought it at $30, reinvest everything back and slowly build that up. I don't know if that's the move. I just wish him a lot of success.
I like that perspective. I feel like that is a really good perspective to have as a game developer, because ultimately you will end up resting on your community to help you make that game successful. You can market the hell out of it and you can make it look really, really good. But when people buy games is when their buddy hits them up and they're like, bro,
yeah, exactly.
I've been playing this game for the past 2 days and you are stupid if you don't buy it. That is truly what sells the game. So if you can make your core community happy, they will become like crusaders for your game, because they'll be looking around wondering how come nobody else sees what they see, and they'll make it their mission to make sure that people see what they see, because they'll now take some kind of ownership of the game because they've been there from the beginning. So I think that's a really, really good perspective to have.
All I know to put a button on this is, guys, it's early access, so I fully admit the content of it is probably lacking compared to what you're expecting if it was just a full launch. But Everslot, it's a really good time. It is dedicated to PCVR only. It is a game that I think utilizes VR in a very fun way, and I wish this developer the best of luck. I'm not going to return the game. I'm looking forward to just kind of checking it back continuously as more updates come. And for people who really don't want to see PCVR be sidelined as much as it is, give it a look. I think it's got a lot of merit. I'm really having fun with Everslot, and great job to the dev. It's a good game. Hit that subscribe button to stay on top of the daily clips, or catch the debates and fireside chats live on the main channel down in the video description. See you next time, Space Cowboys.